Hello and welcome to Midnight Podcast, and this is Matt, and this week we have Vapid,
Hey.
we have Yessik,
Sup?
and we have my two friends in the background, so if you hear them, you can ignore them, unless I call them out on something that they say or do. So we're going to go over games of the week this week. Vapid, what have you been playing?
Mermaid Swamp?
Well, let me clarify. By the past week, I actually mean the past month and a half, since it's been that long since we recorded a podcast.
What did I play in the last month and a half? I played Ib, Mermaid Swamp, Dust, finished Remember Me, played The Walking Dead 400 Days, Deadpool, and a ton of other stuff.
Do you want to talk about any of it?
No.
You don't want to talk about any of it?
No, it's nice to go back to the RPG Maker games that started off my channel. It's really
Okay,
good.
tell me why Deadpool wasn't stupid.
It...
Oh, I just realized that you were actually trying to go somewhere with that RPG thing.
No, it's fine.
So, if you want to do that, you can,
Deadpool was
or you
good
can just
to
wait
to
until
a
after
certain
Deadpool.
point. The last time I played it, I rage quit because it was just so difficult on normal. But the only thing that drove it for me was the fact that I was streaming it and that the humor was there. But
Yeah.
when the humor is gone and it's just, killing dudes for 20 minutes, it's completely loses any charm that it had.
I also heard that a lot of the humor was lol OMG I am so random home humor.
Yeah, it is.
And to me that's a really huge turnoff.
It only works for so long.
Yeah.
Isn't that sort of the natural humor that Deadpool has, though?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't read Deadpool, so I wouldn't know.
It is, but it's like it only works for so long in a game when you're sitting there for 8 hours.
So make the game 8 hours and don't charge $60 or however much it is.
It's true.
All right. Anyway, anything else you want to talk about?
The
The RPG Maker games.
The fact that I got almost 400 subscribers in 2 weeks, that was pretty damn cool.
Nice.
Other than that, no. But it's definitely
All you
nice
got
to
to
go
do
back
is
to
play games before famous people do.
Exactly.
Mhm.
It's awesome.
Or
Yeah,
a
that's
single
about it.
game that you are number one on the list has to go on to the Steam summer sale.
Yeah, or that.
That works too.
Wait, the what?
Oh, I recently Roos went on sale, and if you search either Roos, Let's Play Roos Part 1, basically anything with Roos in it, I'm the number one result.
Oh, I probably got a ton of views from that then.
If you search Midnight Podcast on YouTube, my channel comes up first.
Are you sure mine doesn't?
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's so strange. I don't know how I feel about that.
It's not my channel, my video.
Actually, I don't care, to be honest. Alright. So, anything else, Vapid?
No, that's about it.
How about you, Yessik? Past month and a half.
I'm trying to figure out where the games I've played in the last little while are on Steam again, because I always forget. But other than that, I know I have played Don't Starve Roos, Monster Hunter, because I always do.
Yeah.
But other than that, I am currently at New Game Plus 3 on Rogue Legacy.
Oh, fuck.
And that is getting ludicrously hard. Even New Game Plus 2 was just ridiculous.
Yeah, I just got to New Game Plus 2. It's no good at all.
I just got to, like, my 5th character in that.
And I've also I also bought Hotline Miami, so I'm finally playing that. There's a bit of a story about
Yes.
me being butthurt to shit because they didn't give me a review copy or even respond to my request for a review copy when it first came out. So I was
Nice.
like, hell with you, and I never picked it up.
That game is incredible.
That game is incredible, and I think they just missed the email.
I
Because
haven't
apparently they're really nice guys all around.
Yeah. Like, I was reading this thing the other day about, I think it was Jonathan Holmes. I think that's the guy's name. No, it wasn't him. Some guy at Destructoid that was, out at some con. I don't remember what it was, but they were displaying, or letting people demo Hotline Miami 2. And, apparently nobody eats at cons. I don't know, or if they do, it's super expensive. But the guys that, I think it was Donatin Games, was like giving a bunch of barbecue out to people or something. I don't know.
I've actually played a lot here. I've also played a lot of Isaac, some Hotline Miami, like I said, Bit Trip Fate, which is like a weird rhythm bullet hell game.
Is that the new one?
Yeah, that's a new one. Magic 2014, FTL, and Under the Ocean.
Okay, so I've heard really bad things about Magic 2014.
The interface is absolute crap, but the game is still pretty good.
So, what about the whole free deck building thing? That's pretty cool, right?
Well, yeah, and to be honest, I can see why they went with their current format, because that's what a lot of people are complaining about, right?
Yeah.
The fact that you have 2 free decks that you build, and then you have to buy slots.
Oh, you have to buy slots?
After the 2 free decks, yes. But
Why would they do that?
I can see why they would do it, because you'd have people who just, like, infinitely drafted until they got a perfect deck for a draft. And that would be
Wait,
kind
I'm
of unfair.
confused.
Okay, it's called Constructed, the format that they've added to this game. In Constructed, you get 6 packs, I think, and in this it gives you up to 8, I think. And you have to make your deck out of the cards you get in those packs.
Okay.
So if they gave everybody unlimited attempts to get this, or to get a good deck, there'd be like 3 or 4 players, or all the players who just really cared, who would keep building decks until they had like a perfect deck, until they unearthed like 2 Grave Titans and ridiculous things, and everybody else would just lose.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This way,
I thought what it was like, never mind. It doesn't matter what I thought it was.
This way, if you get, people will go with a decent deck or just the best they have, and if you get 2 really, really bad draws, well, it's unlucky, but you can buy another one for like $2.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. But
Yeah,
the
I guess
format's
that's fair.
shit.
I'm probably still gonna get it anyway. Maybe. I don't know. I'll probably wait for it to go on sale and then I'll pick it up. Although I don't think I ever got 2012. I don't know. Anyway, anything else you want to talk about that you played?
Not really. I picked up Kerbal Space Program.
What do you think of that?
Oh, I love Kerbal Space Program. But I finally picked it up because it was on sale, and I just really didn't have the money for it until recently.
Do they have music yet?
Do they have music? I don't know, but music isn't something I think Kerbal Space Program actually needs.
I mean, it's not something that's necessary for that game even in the slightest. I was just wondering if there was.
No clue.
Alright, so my turn then?
Yeah, your turn.
Alright, this is going to be a really long list. Actually, most of what I've been doing since the Steam sale has been going on and the whole card system, I've just been going idle in a lot of games, which is actually interesting because with Team Fortress 2, you know, you've been able to go idle and just get items in that for the longest time, but now they're actually preventing you from doing that, but they're not preventing you from going idle in games just to get cards. Which I found that kind of interesting, but I'm glad that they're not preventing it because I made like $40 off of cards. Anyway,
Really,
so,
$40? Oh yeah, because you're idling.
Yeah, I've made so much money off of that. Like my Steam profile will say that I've played like 200 hours of games in the past 2 weeks, but in all reality, I've probably played 20, 30, I don't know. But I've been playing Borderlands 2 because I finally got that. A friend gave it to me on Steam. So then I went and bought the Season Pass, got the DLC. I haven't played a ton of it though, but I got, shamefully, Final Fantasy VII. Going back and playing through that is not as good as I remember. I always thought it was a little overrated, but it's definitely more overrated than I thought it was overrated. Anyway, I also got Defiance. Not going to talk about that because that's a really old one. Bought Dark Souls for PC, and I told you guys how that's the dumbest thing ever, that the developers have had that game out on the market for a year now, and it doesn't even work properly. Played a little bit of FTL again. Says I've played Dungeons of Dreadmore. I haven't. Psychonauts, Really Big Sky, Surgeon Sim. Hate that game.
I really loved Really Big Sky.
Is it good?
It's... Let's say I couldn't play more than half an hour of it, but I really enjoy the half hour I play because it's so obtuse, and you're just like, what in hell's name is going on here the whole time?
I'll have to actually play it instead of going idle then. I played a little bit more of the Swapper. I really need to just restart that game and sit down and play through the whole thing, if you can play through it in a matter of a couple hours. I'm looking for games that I actually played, as opposed to going idle. Played The Binding of Isaac. I don't think I played Skyrim. Played more Bioshock Infinite, because I'll never stop playing that ever. Hotline Miami, Rogue Legacy. Don't need to talk about Rogue Legacy, even though it's new. Everybody knows what it is.
It's hard.
Yeah, it is. I'm actually playing it without a controller, so
Oh,
fuck
God,
that.
that is awful.
that's pretty brutal.
No, you don't want to be
just-
doing that. That game's almost unplayable without a controller.
Yeah, I've considered just using my broken controller. Anyway, I think that's all of my games of the week. Hang on, I'm looking on my desktop. Oh yeah, I did my clean install, so I don't have any not indie games on Steam now. So I guess we will go on to the next step of the podcast. Steam sale just ended. What did you guys think about it? Did you get any cool deals, or were you kind of disappointed in the sale?
Can I find my purchase history? I got a lot of stuff.
If I would have not been broke, I probably would have got a lot of stuff. But, I only bought Fallout New Vegas and Dishonored. Because I never...
Were you actually impressed with the sale this year, though? Because I
I
know
was.
last year's sale was terrible.
I
They
probably
put the
would've
same
bought a lot
5
of
games on
stuff.
sale every day.
I probably would have bought a lot of stuff if I had had the money to spend.
Yeah, I'm sitting here looking at it while there's still 14 hours remaining, and I know I would buy Tomb Raider for $12 if I could. I would get some Skyrim DLC. I'd get more Borderlands 2 DLC, because I don't have the 2 characters. I'd probably get Far Cry 3, Blood Dragon, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of stuff I would still get. I wasn't really disappointed with the sale. I was just disappointed that I didn't have any money. But I never have money.
Loser. I mean,
I'm so proud of you, man.
What was that?
what?
You were about to say something.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
You're welcome.
Do you know?
Thanks.
Do you know where I can find my purchase history on Steam? Because I'll tell you what I picked up, and it was.
I think
quite-
there is actually a way to look at your purchase history. I don't know. Now's not the time to look for it, though.
Like
You
I
don't have
said,
to list everything you bought.
I picked up a ton, and I was quite impressed with the sale. Although a lot of things didn't quite go on sale as much as I would like them to. Like it was Skyrim, I bought a copy of that because it was 40% off, but I would have been better if it was like 60% off.
See, I feel bad for all of the people that Skyrim was on sale all week, or for the whole entire sale. Except I knew that it was going to have its own day where it had a bigger discount than it usually did. I think, well, you said it was 40, right?
Well, it's 35, and it was on sale for one day for I think 20.
Yeah. Well, it's 40 now. I don't know. but-
35.99.
Yeah, which is 40% off.
Oh yeah. I think it
whatever.
was 60 or 65 before.
$65. What?
What 60?
Percent or
60 or
dollars? I'm
65% off.
Okay, yeah. But then there were people before that buying it for the other thing, and I'm sitting there thinking, if you guys just wait like 2 days, you're going to get it for so much cheaper. But they didn't wait, so whatever.
Yeah. Definitely happens.
Yeah. What's another game that did that? I don't know. Borderlands 2 sort of did that?
Borderlands did that with the DLC.
Yeah, they definitely did that with the DLC. Anyway, we can get off the sale now unless you actually have something else you want to say about it.
No, I picked up a lot, and I was happy with a lot of the sales, but I found a lot of the big games didn't go on sale for enough to make it worth it.
Yeah. Tomb Raider was dirt cheap, though.
So it was Just Cause for a minute.
Yeah, but nobody likes Just Cause. I'm gonna get people commenting that they hate me for saying that.
Well, a lot of people like Just Cause, but it has no point.
But why?
It had
I played a little
it's-
bit of it, and it was alright.
All I ever actually played was the first one, but I couldn't justify playing the second one because of how awful the first one was. I felt like I was playing God of War if it was a shooter.
Well, the thing is, the game isn't supposed to be taken seriously. It's just a magical, stupid experience where you can do things that shouldn't be possible. Like, you can take down a base by either going in and very casually shooting everybody, Or you can hookshot onto a passing plane and crash it into the base. It's just a game to do ridiculous things. There's no other point.
But see, I don't know. I just don't like that. I think it's silly. Anyway, so Ubi or Ubisoft has said that they're going to be focusing on always online, but also regular open world games. What do you guys think about open world always online games?
No.
And that's all Ubisoft is going to be doing.
That's not good. I don't like the always online crap.
Yeah, I think that always online is really dumb too. I could see there being features that force you to have always online, or that you would have to. You get what I'm saying, or I think you get what I'm saying. Anyway, but that's been around forever, so it's not like that would even need to be news. That whatever. I don't know. I think always online is kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're probably only going to be developing for the Xbox One. Actually, did they do away with the always online thing?
Yes, they made a complete turnaround on that.
Okay. I don't really care about Xbox, so I wouldn't have followed that to know.
Oh.
You said "oh" twice.
Oh.
Yeah, no, they
I'll say
did.
it more times if you want.
Say it as much as you want.
Okay. Good.
They did a complete turnaround, and it didn't put them in any stronger of a position, because now it's like, well, they went with an extreme view, and then they were like backpedaling entirely because they realized how stupid it was. So now everybody's just seeing the company as incredibly stupid and not honest.
Well, there was some stuff that the Xbox One was going to do that I actually wish they stuck with. Kind of like the you could only get one game or whatever. You couldn't buy used games. Like, I really like that concept. Steam does it, and nobody gives them crap for it. But when Microsoft does it, it's the end of the world.
Well, the thing is, PC users have been doing that have been dealing with it for a long time. And for PC users, it's more of a matter of convenience. And, PCs get replaced, hard drives break, things happen all the time. If you buy a game console, it has always been that you owned your games.
Yeah.
And that's what people are pissed off about. People want their games. They want physical copies. They want to be able to trade games. PC users have never been able to do that, and it's been average for the whole time.
See, I guess my problem with it is, though, that I just hate used game sales.
Why?
Because it can hurt the developer. We've talked about it before.
It can't hurt mainstream developers, and it never has.
I don't know. 2XH Studio, or not 2XH.
2K?
That's my studio. No. It's Kingdoms of Amalur guys.
Their game was crap.
Shut your mouth. Get out of my
you
podcast.
like it, but in terms of a saleable game that tons of people would play for a long amount of time, it was shit. I could have picked that up and played it for half an hour, and I would have been bored. And a lot of people think like me. Like, more people than think like you think like me. Here.
I don't know. I've met a lot of people that...
It wasn't Smash Bros. It wasn't a game that I'd pick up and play over and over again.
See, but I get tired of Smash Bros. After 30 minutes.
It was a paid-for grind fest. And
I'll
people
admit
still
that
play grind fests.
I'll admit that after a while it could become a grind fest if you were trying to accomplish every single quest or something, but like, I don't know.
Not to mention, it was so cut and paste fantasy. Like,
are you kidding me?
The graphics were nothing special. The combat, even though it was fun, was just combat. The systems were nothing special. The story was nothing special. It was just like, hey, you want to play a decent fantasy game? Here you go.
I thought the story was pretty cool. It was even done by R.A. Salvatore.
Yes, it doesn't matter who it's done by, though. It's just a fantasy story. It was no Lord of the Rings. Or actually, maybe it was, and that's the problem.
Okay, I guess I could agree with that sort of...
It's not that the story was bad, and it's not that the game was bad. It's just that it was introduced into an inundated market.
Yeah.
It was bad timing for the game. Nobody wanted it.
It definitely was bad timing. I'll definitely admit to that.
Used game sales, not the problem.
Used game sales did still hurt it, though.
Yeah, because everybody sold their game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was the problem. And then a
And-
bunch of people bought the game.
Okay, I would
used
if I
for
had
$5 cheaper than if they had just paid $5 more.
Yes, I know, but if
then-
I had bought an RPG and I had liked it, I would keep the RPG.
Yeah.
I would have bought and sold Amalur.
Okay.
So it's a matter of the game quality and the game timing. It's not a matter of the used game sales. That's happened like once or twice throughout history
Okay.
that a company
whatever.
has gone under, and it is not the fault of used game sales. It's the fault of really bad marketing.
I feel like a broken record if we go on for this any longer, just because we've talked about it on previous podcasts. So, where were we? I already forgot where we
You
were.
have to
Oh.
say the next subject now.
Did we finish with the last one?
I think so.
Okay, so, I hate EA. Well, I just had to say that. Next Phoenix Wright being rated M. What is up with that?
Boobs. Gotta have boobies.
Is that why?
Probably.
I don't know. I didn't even read about it. I guess I'm such a terrible games podcast person. I don't even research this crap.
I don't even know why I would. Like, I haven't played any of the Phoenix Wright, and I'm not a handheld gamer.
Yeah, I forgot that you don't really do handheld gaming.
So it's just like, I don't know. I heard the games were pretty good, and to be honest, I like games that are rated M because they can deal with more mature themes.
Objection.
This is true.
An objection, okay, go on.
Objection.
I just wanted to say objection.
But so you said objection without having an objection to my I like mature themes?
Well, we were talking about Phoenix Wright.
You are a scumbag.
It had to happen. Well, there was the joke that I was Jay Smith, so I could be a scumbag.
That's true. Anyways, yeah, so I don't see the problem. Like, has anyone ever complained that a game was rated M?
I don't know.
Except for
That's
Australians?
actually an interesting question. Has there been any? Can you think of any Vapid?
Not really.
Basically just
Um,
Australians because their government are a bunch of assholes.
Yeah.
And no Australian's even going to get angry at me for that. They're going to be like, yeah.
Much my
I think there's only one Australian that even kind of listens to our podcast. And I think we all know who that is. Exotics.
Ledger.
Yeah. Is he Australian?
I believe so.
Alright. Anyway, do you have anything to say about it, Vapid?
Nope.
Sorry, had to clear my throat. Alright, next topic then. Man, Vapid, you're just, like, sitting on the sidelines for this.
Yep.
Alright, so Dead Space is going to be coming out for a movie.
Really.
Yeah, what do
It's
you
gonna
guys think
be
of that?
really bad.
There was a
Yeah,
Dead
I
Space
think so, too.
cartoon that was god-awful. That was a lot of fun.
There were two of them.
Oh, there were
One was
two
actually
cartoons?
Well, one of them actually looked just like Reboot from the 90s, that show.
Yeah.
One looked just like that, and then there was another one that was still bad.
Huh.
And then now this one's going to be live action, I think. There's actually a pretty cool fan-made live action one that came out a couple months ago. All they did was they like made a corridor that looked like it was on the Ishimura or something, and then some dude played Isaac, and he was just like sitting there walking down, and I can't remember if there was a necromorph or not. I'm pretty sure there was, but it looked really good. Like, they should get the guy that made that fan film to make the movie. Just give him a huge budget and let him do what he wants.
Now, I did play a game that was kind of based on Dead Space.
Oh yeah, you didn't talk about that. Talk about it.
It was on Viscera Cleanup Detail. There's not much to play, but pretty much
There's a lot to clean though.
it is your job to clean up after like the Dead Space massacre, and there's just like giblets and blood everywhere, and you have like a mop, and it keeps getting super dirty, and it kind of sucks.
I didn't watch.
I almost
I
went
kind of
insane.
skipped around in the video, but like, if you didn't wipe off the bloody mop in the thing, you would like spread blood everywhere, right?
Yep.
That's awesome.
I almost went insane trying to play that game.
Trying to clean everything up.
Dude, it was just
You should get an
Oh,
OCD person to play that game. If there's
It's
any
so
OCD
bad.
listeners, please play that game.
I think I played it for about 30 minutes or so, and I had this whole like thing going, and then I trashed it. Just because I had a headache when I was done. I didn't want to edit it. I didn't want to do anything with it because I was done.
Yeah.
This game is so terrible, I'm not even going to upload it.
Well, I mean, it wasn't like it was
No,
just so it was exactly what it should have been. Was
I didn't play
mundane and repetitive.
Well, I didn't play the game. I just parodied it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember you opened up and you were like, what was it that you did?
I just
don't know.
acted out the janitor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That was good.
yeah, not bad.
Yep.
Anyway, where were we? Dead Space movie. Okay, so if there were any game that you would think really could be developed into a movie, I can't remember if I've asked this on the podcast before. What do you think it would be? I think I have asked this, and I think somebody said Half-Life once.
No, Half-Life would be too crappy. It'd be like James Bond, but only the main character would have to talk, and nobody would like that. And
See, what would be cool is if you got... What was that movie that it was like all about space and like there was no talking during like the whole entire thing?
Wally?
I don't know.
No.
There was talking in Wally.
Was
True.
it Space Odyssey 2001? Something like that? Martin, you're a science fiction expert. Was it Space Odyssey 2001?
The what?
That it was like super atmospheric and like you just looked at space for like the whole movie.
Yeah, Space Odyssey.
Okay, yeah, you could have something like that where it's just like super atmospheric, no talking or whatever for a long time. I don't know, that could still get boring for
Especially-
Half-Life.
Well, that'd be really strange because it would be absolutely no talking, but it'd be nonstop action, and it's just like, what?
Yeah, you'd feel like you were watching a Michael Bay film.
You'd feel like you're watching a Michael Bay film, or like you're watching somebody play Half-Life in complete silence.
I mean, that happens.
In complete silence. Okay, no. That would not make a good movie.
Okay. What is a movie
You
that
know
I would
what
like
a
to
game
see?
that could be turned into several movies is?
What?
Faster Than Light, FTL.
That could be.
That could be turned into a movie for every single run. You just take the highlights of the run or the craziest stuff that happens, and then you make a movie.
What's a movie that there should be a video game of?
Slender. I mean, what?
What?
Slender's not a
not a
movie.
movie?
Yeah, it is. It's about to be.
Marble Hornets
It's gonna be
is.
horrible.
That's what.
Oh, man.
They're coming out. They're coming out.
You know
with
there's
a
gonna be an
Slender
Angry Birds movie?
It's not gonna be good.
well,
Did you guys hear me?
they're coming
Yes.
out with an Angry Birds movie.
Yes, there's gonna be an Angry Birds movie.
I'm going to kill who's ever in charge of that. Whoever's in charge of that.
Isn't that the most absurd thing?
Like,
Death threats here on Midnight Podcast.
does anyone have like a sniper rifle? I'm not too. I'll use a knife.
Martin probably has a sniper somewhere in this house.
A snipper riffle, as I like to call them.
Snipper?
Snipper riffles.
Yeah.
I like that. I like the idea of snipper riffles. I always talk about snipper riffles with death pick. We always assume they make like a backwards shooting noise, so it's like whoop, and you
That
sn-
made no sense to me
and you
whatsoever.
snipper riffle somebody. I know, because isn't really a sniper sound.
What?
I just
You
said-
are making no sense to me.
I said whoop backwards is a reverse sniper rifle sound, and then I reversed that, and it turned into not a sniper sound at all. So I don't know.
What?
What?
Yes.
Hello and welcome to Confused Night Podcast.
Okay, next subject.
So Gail Simone is writing for a Tomb Raider comic, which is supposed to bridge the most recent Tomb Raider with the next one, which is slightly surprising because everybody thought that the series was going to be done because the new one didn't really sell too well. Can't even talk.
Didn't it sell well? It was just that they were disappointed with their sales.
Yeah, technically.
That's what it was. They were like, "Oh, we didn't make enough money, so we're stupid." But they sold like 6 million copies, didn't they?
I think it was something like that.
Yeah, and they wanted
They wanted like 20 million.
fucking whiny babies.
You want to hear something really stupid that kind of pertains to this situation?
Sure.
One of my favorite musical artists, Amanda Palmer. At one point,
Hey, that's Neil Gaiman's wife.
yes, it is. And believe it or not, my favorite author is Neil Gaiman, and I knew about them both individually, and they're both from separate continents. And they got married after I knew about both of them, just to fuck with my mind.
Wait, where is she from?
She's from America.
Oh.
America.
Fuck yeah! Sorry.
America. Okay.
So that's just like a weird little way that the universe was like, hey, you know these two people? You know they just got married. I'm like, what? It's highly unlikely.
You like them, Yessik? Look
But
at
yes.
this.
Amanda Palmer used to belong with a record label that she very much tried to escape from because she absolutely hated it. Her first album sold 20,000 copies. And she was like, that's great news. And they were like, no, it's not enough. So in the end, she ended up escaping from them. And she started a music Kickstarter, which actually broke the record for the highest grossing music Kickstarter to ever exist. It made over
I actually remember that.
it made over $1 million. And when people started interviewing her about it, because it was a pretty big thing, they're like, "Well, how did you get people to pay for the album?" She's like, "I just asked." Speaking of which, you know how my last record company said I didn't sell enough with 20,000 copies? Look at the donator number, exactly
Yeah.
20,000.
Wow.
Yeah. So record labels and people who are not independent, greedy assholes.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, that's basically where I was going with that.
Anyway, I'm not sure how I feel about Gail Simone writing for it at all, because I just don't really like Gail Simone, to be honest.
Wait, what
I
are we
don't know
talking
how
about?
it, like... What?
What are we talking about?
The Tomb Raider writer?
For a movie?
No, this is for the comic that will bridge the first and second game.
Oh, I just stepped in cake.
That's great for the podcast.
Nicely done.
What was the cake on the floor?
Okay, anyways, the writer comic bridging the first and second, to be honest, I think
You
the
have to
first
eat it.
game isn't really something that deserves to exist. I don't like it. The new one, I mean.
It's
That's-
actually really good. I liked it.
In terms of
Liked it a lot.
plot, in terms of gameplay, it was all right. In terms of plot, I absolutely hated it.
I kind of liked that too, though it was a little bit.
Okay, it was
I don't
supposed
know.
to be like a character development story for Lara Croft,
Yeah.
and the only character development was she had a hard time shooting somebody once. No other character development. That was it.
But there were
So-
big ancient samurai warriors.
Yeah,
But there was so much action and cool
yes,
death
I know,
scenes.
but it was supposed to be a character development story. It's a bit like a Michael Bay film. It's
But
a
there
bit like
was blood.
if Michael Bay directed Tomb Raider, a movie to fill in the first game. It's like, oh my god, she had a hard time shooting somebody once, and now she's mowing down everyone with machine guns. In terms of plot and in terms of
Oh yeah,
having a
did she not
strong
kill anybody before that one scene?
yeah, and in terms of having a strong female character, it was an absolute failure.
Yeah.
So
Jesus.
I don't like it.
I felt like there was more development for that one old guy that I can't even remember his name.
So memorable.
Not to mention,
Yep.
not to mention. Okay, it continues to piss me off. I like female characters. I often play as female characters instead of males. I'd say almost 50-50 in games when I have the option. But games have this bad habit now of starting a game and being like, hey, check out this female protagonist that we're planning to write as a really good female protagonist. And check out how she depends on men for everything she does and almost gets raped. And you're like, it's not right. Stop that.
Bayonetta.
Yeah.
It's just not what they're supposed to do, and it's pissing me off.
I think what they should do for the next Tomb Raider game to make it actually good is to hire an actual good writer and then actually have real tombs in the game.
And, I didn't play the whole game, and I didn't watch the whole game either. So I don't know how it ends, but you're not...
I didn't finish it either.
You know what Tomb Raider really should be to me? It should almost be kind of like Shadow of the Colossus-esque, with more platforming.
Well, that's sort of how the older ones were.
So I mean, like, I don't want to be mowing down enemy after enemy with machine guns. I want to maybe have a couple pistols and a bow and arrow to deal with one giant boss here and there, and mostly just puzzle elements.
I would honestly be okay with just the bow and arrows. Like, you could start off with a gun or something, but eventually lose it along the way, or just run out of ammo, because you're not really going to be finding pistol ammo in some tombs.
So if they're going to make another Tomb Raider game, things they have to do to make me happy, which they probably don't care about, and they're probably going to make another really huge budget piece of crap. They need to, A, have tombs, B, have lots of puzzles, C, have really interesting big boss fights with giant, like, crypt guardians that are ridiculous.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
And
What needs to happen, though, since you sort of brought it up, is just a Shadow of the Colossus 2.
there was a game in development, I'm not sure what happened to it, and it was called The Last Guardian.
That sounds really familiar.
That was going to be made by Team Ico for PS3.
I think it got shelved for a little while, but then they started it back up. I could be totally wrong.
Why does that sound so familiar, though? I'm pretty sure I've
Because
seen
it was
lot of
announced a
stuff about that.
long time ago.
Like before the release of the PS3.
Yeah.
And was that supposed to pretty much be a sequel?
Well, you know
Uh,
how Ico
it
was a
kind of was, and
prequel
it
to
kind of
Shadow
wasn't.
of the Colossus?
No, that was that?
Yeah.
Yes.
I did not even know that.
The thing is, the entire story for Ico and Shadow of the Colossus are really veiled. Like, they were told incredibly well and in incredibly intricate and complex ways that people are still discussing and arguing about.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, it might turn out that Shadow of the Colossus was actually a prequel to Ico because of how it was structured. Like, spoiler alerts, by the way, big spoiler alerts here.
Yeah.
In the end of Shadow of the Colossus, your girlfriend is brought back to life, and she has a kid who has horns.
Was that a secret ending? I never saw that.
No.
That's the ending.
That's the ending. And in Ico, it's a whole culture that is based around these children with horns being cursed and having to be sacrificed and given up because they contain the devil or something. I forget exactly how it goes, and it's been a while since I've researched this. So it could be a prequel. Then again, it could be a sequel because so you could have started out that cycle. It could be a sequel though because you could be the kid from Ico who saves the princess, but this princess hasn't really been saved and is actually dead, so you're trying to revive her.
Yeah.
I think the thing was that they're actually set pretty far apart, like the timeline.
Yeah.
They're like hundreds of years difference between the two games. Think.
And also, items from the first one show up in the second one.
Mm.
Like, for instance, the sword you can unlock is from Ico.
Yeah.
But it's a very strange... It's a very strange type of back and forth where nobody knows exactly where one is in relation to the other. And I think Vapid is correct, and the timeline is like several generations.
Man, I have to play through both of those again, like, tomorrow.
I was thinking about LPing Shadow of the Colossus.
Please do. I actually might do that too. I don't know. I don't want to. No, I'm not going to. Just because you're going to do it.
If I ever get super popular, I will.
Yeah.
Like right now,
Oh, look at
Yeah.
you, Mister. If I get popular,
If I become
if I
Spider-Man,
become a
I'll do
poplar, if I turn into a poplar tree, I will totally LP Shadow of the
it.
Colossus.
If I become a tree, I will do my best to LP something, but
Poplar.
I probably won't get to it.
Poplar plays Shadow of the Colossus, HD, face cam.
360 no scope,
And all it
420
is,
blaze it.
420 party. I don't know.
I don't know.
I was trying to build on what he said, but I just ruined it.
Can I start a
Um,
channel just Poplar plays, and I'll just have like a constant live feed of a Poplar
Do
going
it.
on with the game, and I'll just have it
Except
in the
for
corner.
what the game
Do
would
it.
be is it's just sitting there doing absolutely nothing
If-
because it's a tree.
If you know the trend of all these what the hell am I trying to say, gimmicky channels is still big, you know, it'll be a great success.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
man.
unless you guys want to talk about Tomb Raider or Gail Simone more, we can move on to the next topic.
Okay, wait, before I go, can I get like a bit of a confirmation, or at least a maybe, for even though it's a good game in terms of playability, that in terms of story, Tomb Raider kind of a fail?
It was kind of a fail.
I just want to feel
I felt like you were way too much of a
You just
walking
wanna-
death tank.
You just want to be validated in your...
slightly vindicated.
Yeah.
Well, you are. I mean, it felt like Fear 2 and Fear 3 to me. Like, you were just too powerful. I don't know. It could have been a lot better. Even if the character development, or lack thereof, stayed the same, they shouldn't have made you just this walking character that can kill anything ever.
Yeah.
Well, I say walking character, but that was completely irrelevant.
Yeah,
because
it's
you're gonna
weird.
walk.
It's weird that this girl can walk. She can
It's
move her
so
legs
strange.
and travel in a certain
How
direction.
do you move your legs like that?
You know, it's a bit like okay, the last Batman movie is how Tomb Raider should have been done. I know that's a weird thing to say, but
Do you mean to show that she isn't invincible?
yeah, no, because what Batman did really well, and spoilers again, is, well, kind of spoilers, I'm not sure if I'm going to say them, is it was a character story above all else. Really, the action scenes were few and far between.
Yeah.
And that's what Tomb Raider should have done. It should have been
Yeah.
mostly character building because it's the first game. It was the prequel. It was.
And that's what,
It was supposed
even
to.
if it's not a prequel, though, like, that's what I want to see in a game. That's what I like in stories, and that's a huge reason why I play games, is for story.
We're supposed to see what turns her into this killing machine, not she has to kill one guy and then suddenly she's a killing machine.
Yeah. I killed a guy once, and I was also an explorer before, so now I like exploring and killing people.
Yeah. Okay, next topic.
Alright,
Your topic.
Jim Guthrie launched a Humble Bundle launched a Jim Guthrie Humble Bundle the other day. It's pretty awesome. It comes with all 11 of his albums. Although this isn't really a topic, I just kind of wanted to mention it. Because I really love Jim Guthrie's music.
Oh.
Jim Guthrie, if you ever listen to this podcast, please do the music for my game. He did music for Indie Game the Movie, Super Brothers Sword and Sorcery EP, and he has like 9 other CDs, although 2 of them relate to Super Brothers Sword and Sorcery EP. But they're all incredible, and both of you should get it. The Humble Bundle.
I think I already own most of his music, though, just because I own Sword and Sorcery.
I think that only includes 3 of his CDs, though. Or records, albums, whatever. So you still got 8 more to go.
Okay.
It's pretty great if you like any of that music. I know your view kind of on it, Yessik. You felt like you should be sitting in Starbucks on a Mac.
I found it very pretentious, just to put it bluntly. I found the game very pretentious, and I found the music just about as pretentious as although I do enjoy it if I'm just like sitting around relaxing.
Yeah. That was one thing I really liked, is that it was something that you could definitely be, relax to, which is why I want that kind of music in my game.
To be honest, the game kind of reminded me of Putt Putt.
It reminded you of Putt Putt.
Yeah, do you know Putt Putt?
Yes.
Putt Putt
Did you
goes
hear
the
about
moon.
how Putt Putt was going to sue Notch?
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
So whatever happened with that?
Well, somebody probably realized that it was stupid as hell and that they can't sue Notch.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll sue
they just
Notch.
can't. It's impossible.
You just can't.
You
It's
can't. No, you
there's
can't
no
sue
way
Notch
to sue
for
Notch.
user-created content.
Well, technically, Minecraft, well,
They didn't
Mojang
license
has
it.
said that they own all user-created content or something. Like, there's like something that was like, if you make any mod for Minecraft, it is ownership of Mojang or something. I forgot exactly what it was.
Well, that is incredibly stupid, and then in that case, they might successfully sue.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking that it might actually go somewhere.
But I'm fairly certain it's just like... It's just so that people don't sell user-created content, so I'm fairly certain that the legality of it isn't that they actually own the properties, just that they own the rights.
Yeah.
because it would be a horrible thing if people started making and selling Minecraft mods.
Yeah, that'd be terrible.
Yeah.
But nobody plays Minecraft anymore.
Everybody plays Minecraft. It's still like the most viewed thing
Yeah,
on YouTube.
people really do still play it a ton.
Yeah.
But, like,
To be
a lot
honest,
of people
even I
seriously
recently watched a Minecraft hardcore playthrough from like JonTron and PBG.
I actually do play. I started playing it again recently, but there was a long time where I and, like, none of my friends played it.
On the other hand, all the people who keep messaging me being like, "Hey, our channels are
You
similar.
should
Do you
play
want to subscribe?"
Minecraft.
And they just have like 3 Minecraft LP episodes. Can shut the fuck up and go away. Okay.
I think that they just don't even look at your channel. I think they just try to get people.
It is most definitely a thing.
See, I always feel that if I do that kind of plugging stuff, like on somebody's channel, please come check out my channel, you won't regret it. Like, people will come and just dislike every single thing I have every single day.
A lot of time.
I mean, more views or whatever, but, you know.
They're still doing the whoa. They're still doing the whole viewer retention thing when it comes to views, aren't they?
The what?
Viewer retention. The longer
even-
Audience
okay,
retention.
so-
it is in
so-
analytics.
Yeah, but I mean that holds more weight than the views or any other aspect of the video, because way back when you had 100,000 views, that means your video is popular. But if everybody clicks on it and says this is fucking stupid, and then clicks away, you still got the view, but you only got 5 seconds of time watched. So now it's all about audience retention. So if you only make short videos, they're not going to get advertised or whatever over the longer videos which people watch more. I don't remember where I was going.
I don't know where you're going either.
The thing is, audience retention,
Oh yeah, you
Not
were
the
talking
best-
about free views. That's what I was talking about.
not the best thing to like, as much as it's true that audience retention is important, if you're starting an LP channel, it's probably not the best thing to look at to keep your hopes up that you're doing well.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I skip through LPs of people I really enjoy. Audience
Yeah.
retention on LPs tends to be pretty damn low, especially if you record like 1 hour.
yeah. I haven't looked at mine in a while.
I haven't looked at
Analytics
mine
is
in
a
a long time
depressing
either,
place.
but then again, I haven't uploaded anything in
I'm
a
going to
long
go
time.
ahead just in case people are embarrassed by their audience retention and say that I have 40%.
It's not bad.
It's not the greatest.
It's not bad.
I'm going to look at what mine is right now.
I honestly haven't looked in a long time.
40% is not bad, but it used to be closer to 25% when I had less people who actually watched me regularly.
All right, where is this?
It's in views report, audience retention.
Okay. Views. Audience retention.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't even want to mention mine. Seriously, it's that bad.
Why are we making this podcast?
What?
Nothing.
Well, no, this is actually just for other people who are thinking of starting a channel. Audience retention at first isn't all that matters. Don't pay too much attention to it.
It's what I'm going to solely live by. Like, it's going to become my Bible.
Anyways,
really.
next subject, because audience retention doesn't matter.
Well,
Well,
the
it
Jim
does
Guthrie
matter.
thing was actually our last thing other than games we're looking forward to.
What was our last thing?
The Jim Guthrie thing.
Oh, that was the last thing? You just mentioned Jim Guthrie and that's it?
Other than games we're looking forward to, yeah.
I'm looking forward to Gentlemen, You Are Being Hunted. Or Sir, You Are Being Hunted.
What?
I think I
That
mentioned-
sounds familiar. What is that?
It's a game where it randomly generates a British countryside and you are hunted down by robots in a steampunk
Right.
setting.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm definitely looking forward to that too. Is there any more news about that?
Well, apparently the pre-order, if you pre-ordered, you're going to get into the alpha or beta pretty soon. I think I saw that on the indie subreddit anyways.
Okay. Hey, did you guys do Card Hunter yet?
Yeah, I did my video of it. It was actually quite popular.
Okay.
Except I noticed
Sadly,
that there
we couldn't do
isn't
it together.
there isn't currently. I know, but there isn't currently a cooperative play. There's just versus,
Yeah.
Yep.
which is really too bad because I think they could have. Let's talk about Card Hunter as an actual topic here.
Okay.
They're planning on doing updates, and what I would really like to tell them actually is that they should allow mods.
Yeah, that'd
Because-
actually be really cool.
They could actually turn it into a D&D system.
Yes.
Like I could have like me personally, I could be the DM and I could write a campaign and weapons to drop and everything. And
that's actually the perfect way to do online D&D.
yeah, because it kind of adds the game elements and it's less hard to control and they have everything already set up for you.
Yeah.
So I could write everything, I could add my own art. And then I could make my own cards too. Or
man.
even just use their randomly generated treasure if I wanted to. Like
We really need to tell them to do this.
here's the EL level. I want your randomly generated treasure for this level for this dungeon, and you write the dungeons.
Yeah, I was actually really looking forward after having played it for like five levels. I was really looking forward to the multiplayer, but sadly, it was not a thing.
You got further than I did.
They did say that they are going to add multiplayer co-op and different multiplayer modes in the future, but I think I just really need to get a hold of them. Maybe we can do an interview.
Maybe. No, I
We
ended
probably
up
could.
playing way more than 5 levels. I played for quite a while, and I ended up getting a lot of stuff, but I don't know. After a little while, I had to go do other things, and I never got back to it.
I'll try and get in touch with them about an interview.
And also tell them that I have a lot of recommendations.
I will. We'll probably mention it in the interview or something outside of the interview, but at the same time of the interview. I don't know. Vapid, what are you looking forward to? Unless you had something else, Yessik.
No, that's everything.
All right.
What am I looking forward to? Outlast looks pretty cool.
Is that on Steam?
It's gonna be. It's a horror game, kind of amnesia-like.
Outlast.
Dude goes to a mental institution, and you got a video camera, and the video camera makes everything look really fucking real, and there's like these crazy men after you.
The bitch camera.
It's weird. It's weird, man.
It's weird.
It looks scary, but it's just, it's basically just amnesia. You're alone and defenseless in this creepy ass place, and there's these creepy ass dudes chasing you and stuff.
It doesn't look like it'll be too scary.
You,
I don't know. I'm not easily scared by games, like, in the slightest.
I think it will be. I think it will be.
I really
Gotta
love
get
scary
into it, man.
games, though.
I'm actually only scared by scary games if other people are playing them. Because if I'm playing them myself, I know what to do. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
I think I'm the same. Oh, I've seen trailers for Outlast many
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
What am I thinking? This
Yeah.
looks like a great game.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I just had to see one certain screenshot, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh, I've seen this a million
The
times.
one where he looks under the bed or whatever.
No, it's
Monster Under the Bed?
it's one where he's walking through a hallway, but there's like 8 screenshots of that out so
Oh.
far, I think. So it's like
Gotcha.
there's this specific one
Gotcha.
where you see this silhouette of something through this like broken boarded thing.
Oh.
I think it's in the trailer. There's a trailer, isn't there?
Yes. There's
Yeah.
there was a PAX demo out.
I think that's actually what I saw. Here, I'll actually link the picture that I'm talking about.
Okay, but I think this could probably be the end of the podcast.
Yeah, well, I'm going to mention the one game I'm looking forward to.
Okay.
Shadowrun Returns.
Oh god, I forgot to mention that entirely.
Yeah, that's going to be really cool, I think.
That looks
That
amazing.
has multiplayer, right?
I think it does, and it's going to be.
Oh, no, it's single player.
If I remember, it's pretty much like an XCOM / Cyberpunk Shadowrun game.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks awesome.
I don't think it's going to be as tough as XCOM or as punishing. But,
I hope it's more punishing.
I don't know. I would love to see it as a permadeath thing, but if it has some dynamic story, then I wouldn't be interested in that. Because I don't want to try to experience the story and then have to play through it over and over and over again. Like, if it's some story kind of like Isaac is or something, then I'd be okay with that. And I don't mean super short, but I mean, like, it's something that, I don't know, I don't really know how to explain it, but I know you guys understand sort of what I'm meaning. Like, it can't be some super complex story. You get me. But it'd be cool to see a permadeath kind of thing for it, since it's just your one character running around. And I love tabletops, so having Shadowrun come back is pretty cool. Or Shadowrun Return.
Wasn't
haha.
there recently didn't somebody actually announce that they're making a Shadowrun, a new cyberpunk book, like a new cyber? I think it was based on Shadowrun. I think Spoonie posted an ad for it because he was a big fan of it.
I don't know, but that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I think, when does that come out? July 25th. Oh wow, that's really soon. I wonder when the embargo day for that is.
Do you have a copy?
I asked for one a long time ago, and they responded pretty much immediately, and said that I would be on the press list. So I'm assuming I'll get one.
Okay.
But I
Well,
could be
generally,
wrong, so.
if they send out if they send out the copy, they will give the embargo date with the email. If not, you're just allowed to do it right away.
All right then. Let's see, where is that email? I don't know. I'll find it eventually. All right. So I guess that's the end of the podcast. So this week we had Yessik Ziiiq.
Sup again or bye, I guess.
Sup.
Sup, bye.
Sup bye.
So you can find him at youtube.com/Yessik Ziiiq, I think. Right?
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
With three eyes in Zeke.
And that's how you spell it, is THREEEI''S''ZIIQ.
No, stop spelling out random names. Asshole.
That's what you said, is 3 I's in Zeke.
The-
Anyway, and then we had Vapid. You can find him at youtube.com/ I think it's Vapid Games.
Vapid's Games. Or you
Vapid
could search
Games.
Edward Vapid because I'm really good at rebranding myself.
Yeah, you can do that too.
Yep.
So thank you guys for coming out, and this has been Midnight Podcast, and you can find me at youtube.com/Midnight Podcast. Make sure you put the K in there, because you'll probably find some 12-year-old crap thinking midnight crap. So
they know where you
bye.
are. They're watching. Okay, anyways, bye.
Yeah, they do know who I am. I don't know. This might get posted somewhere or something. Whatever. Bye.